The cruise industry in 2026 looks nothing like it did just 2 years ago. New technology, updated policies, and industry-wide changes mean that what worked on your last cruise might actually cost you money or ruin your experience this time around. Whether you're a first-time cruiser or a seasoned veteran, the game has changed. Today, we're covering 10 critical things you absolutely need to know before you step on board in 2026. Some will save you hundreds of dollars, others will help you avoid the frustrations that are catching thousands of passengers off guard. And if you want to cruise smarter this year, hit that subscribe button now because these insider tips could make the difference between an average vacation and an unforgettable one. Let's dive in. Number 1. Dynamic pricing has completely changed the game. Remember when cruise fares were predictable? Those days are gone. In 2026, cruise lines have fully embraced dynamic pricing algorithms similar to airlines, and it's quietly costing passengers a fortune if they don't understand how it works. Here's what's happening behind the scenes. Prices now change multiple times per day based on demand, booking patterns, and even which device you're using to search. Former revenue managers have revealed that the same cabin can fluctuate by $300 to $800 within a single week, and most passengers have no idea it's happening. But here's the secret weapon savvy cruisers are using. The system rewards those who understand its rhythm. Prices typically drop on Tuesday and Wednesday mornings when business travel bookings slow down and cruise lines adjust their algorithms. Weekend searches, especially on mobile devices, often show inflated rates because the system assumes you're browsing casually and more likely to book impulsively. So what's the smart move? Use incognito mode or clear your browser cookies before searching. The booking engine tracks your visits and may actually increase prices if you keep returning to the same cabin. Check prices on Tuesday or Wednesday mornings. Set up price alerts through cruise tracking websites. And here's the big one. Don't assume the price you see today will be there tomorrow. If you find a good deal, book it. The algorithm doesn't wait. Number 2. The new embarkation process is faster but stricter. Cruise terminals in 2026 have adopted facial recognition technology and biometric scanning at virtually every major port. And while it speeds up boarding, it also means the margin for error has completely disappeared. Here's what's changed. Your face is now your boarding pass. The moment you upload your photo during online check-in, the system creates a biometric profile that's used at security, boarding, and even when you get back on the ship at ports. One major benefit? Lines that used to take an hour now take about 15 minutes. But here's the catch that's catching passengers off guard. If your appearance has changed significantly since your passport photo, you could face delays or even secondary screening. Insiders report that passengers with drastically different hairstyles, significant weight changes, or new facial hair sometimes trigger system alerts that require manual verification. The solution? Update your passport photo if it's more than 5 years old. Upload a recent clear photo during check-in that matches how you'll look on embarkation day. Arrive during your assigned boarding window because the system now tracks late arrivals, and repeated lateness can affect your priority status on future cruises. And here's a bonus tip. The facial recognition works at the gangway too, so those days of fumbling for your cruise card every time you leave or return to the ship, gone. Just walk up, let the camera confirm your identity, and you're through in seconds. Number 3. Cabin location matters more than ever. This one's critical because new ship designs in 2026 have created noise and vibration issues in places you'd never expect, and cruise lines aren't exactly advertising where these problem areas are. Former crew members have revealed that cabins directly below the reimagined top deck venues, especially the trendy late-night lounges and 24-hour food halls that are now standard on new ships, have become noise complaint hotspots. We're talking about thumping bass until 2 a.m. and the constant rumble of foot traffic overhead. But here's what most passengers don't realize. The worst cabins aren't always the cheapest anymore. Because of how booking systems categorize rooms, you might pay mid-tier pricing for a cabin that's directly under the karaoke bar or next to a crew corridor that sees traffic around the clock. So how do you avoid this? Use Cruise Critics' cabin reviews and deck plans to identify problem areas before you book. Avoid cabins on deck 3 or 4 if they are directly below main dining rooms or galleys. The sound of chairs scraping and dishes clattering starts at 6 a.m. Never book a cabin directly below a specialty restaurant, pool deck, or sports court. Midship cabins on higher decks away from elevators and stairwells are your safest bet for peace and quiet. And here's an insider trick. Call the cruise line directly after booking online and ask to be moved if your cabin is in a high traffic or high noise area. If inventory is available, they'll often accommodate you at no extra charge. Number 4, beverage packages are no longer the deal they used to be. In 2026, cruise lines have quietly restructured their drink packages, and unless you understand the new rules, you could end up paying for something that doesn't actually save you money. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Most major cruise lines now require everyone in the same cabin to purchase the same beverage package. That means if you're a big drinker, but your partner rarely touches alcohol, you're both paying full price for the unlimited package. That rule alone has turned what used to be a $400 savings into a $200 loss for many couples. But the bigger change is the new tiered system. Cruise lines now offer basic, premium, and deluxe packages with confusing restrictions. The basic package might exclude premium liquors, craft cocktails, and specialty coffees, while the deluxe version costs nearly as much as booking a higher cabin category. Here's how to navigate this. Do the math before you buy. Calculate how many drinks you'd actually need per day to break even. Most packages require 6 to 8 drinks daily just to justify the cost. Consider the a la carte option. If you only drink wine with dinner and a cocktail by the pool, buying individually is often cheaper. Cruise lines offer 20% to 30% discounts during Black Friday, wave season, and sometimes even onboard during the first day. And here's a secret that former bartenders have shared. If you purchase a package but realize on day 2 that you're not using it, talk to guest services immediately. Some cruise lines will allow you to downgrade or cancel within the first 48 hours and receive a partial refund. Number 5, hidden fees are multiplying. This is the one that's frustrating even the most experienced cruisers. In 2026, cruise lines have introduced a wave of new fees that aren't clearly disclosed during booking, and they're adding up to hundreds of dollars in surprise charges. Here's what's new. Service charges have increased on most major lines, sometimes by as much as 20%. Room service now carries a $5 to $7.95 delivery fee per order, even for items that used to be complimentary. Specialty dining reservations, which were once free to book, now cost $5 to $15 just to reserve a table, even before you pay for the meal. Even printing your boarding documents at the port can cost you $10 per person on some lines. But here's what really catches passengers off guard. Automatic gratuities are now charged per person per day, and they're no longer removable without going through guest services and providing a valid reason. What used to be an optional adjustment is now locked into your final bill unless you take action. The Smart Cruiser strategy: read the fine print on your booking confirmation. Look for phrases like "additional fees may apply" and research what those actually mean for your specific cruise line. Prepay gratuities during booking to lock in current rates. They often increase if you wait until onboard. Bring reusable water bottles to avoid buying bottled water, which now costs $3 to $5 per bottle in many venues. And here's one more insider tip. Download the cruise line's app before you sail. Many now allow you to track your onboard spending in real time, so you can catch unexpected charges before they spiral out of control. Number 6, shore excursions are being revolutionized by tech. The way you book and experience shore excursions in 2026 has completely changed, and if you're still doing things the old way, you're missing out on better experiences and better prices. Here's the revolution that's happening. Third-party platforms have exploded in popularity, offering the same or similar excursions at 30% to 50% lower prices than booking directly through the cruise line. These platforms now offer the same missed ship guarantees and vetted operators, removing the biggest risk that used to make booking independently a gamble. But here's the part most passengers don't know. Cruise lines are fighting back by creating exclusive experiences that can't be booked anywhere else. Private beach clubs, behind-the-scenes cultural experiences, and early access to popular attractions are now reserved exclusively for those who book through the ship. So what's the best strategy? For standard tours like city bus tours, beach days, or snorkeling, book independently and save big. For unique, once-in-a-lifetime experiences or excursions in remote locations, the cruise line's version is often worth the premium. Always book excursions that venture far from the port through the cruise line. Remember, the ship will wait for their tours but won't wait for yours. And here's a game-changing tip that former excursion coordinators have shared. Book your shore excursions the moment they become available in the app, typically 90 days before sailing. The best tours sell out fast, and if you wait until embarkation day, you'll be stuck with whatever's left. Number 7, onboard spending tracking is now AI-powered. Your spending habits are being analyzed in real time by artificial intelligence in 2026. And while it creates a more personalized experience, it also means the cruise line knows exactly how to get you to spend more. Here's how it works. The moment you make your first purchase, whether it's a drink, a spa treatment, or a piece of jewelry, the ship's AI system begins building a spending profile. Former guest services agents have revealed that the system categorizes you as a low, medium, or high spender within the first 24 hours, and that profile determines what offers, upgrades, and promotions you'll see for the rest of the cruise. High spenders receive invitations to exclusive tastings, private events, and early access to sales. Medium spenders get targeted discounts designed to push them into the high-spending category. Low spenders, they're often overlooked entirely when it comes to perks and upgrades. But here's the part that feels intrusive to some passengers. The AI also tracks the time you spend in certain areas of the ship. Linger near the spa? You'll start seeing spa promotions on your cabin TV and in the app. Spend time in the casino. Expect offers for free play and complimentary drinks. So how do you use this to your advantage? Make a meaningful purchase on day one if you want to be flagged as a valuable guest. Even a single specialty dining reservation or a mid-priced spa treatment can shift your profile. Opt out of promotional notifications in the app if you find the targeted marketing overwhelming. Set a daily spending limit and stick to it. AI-driven promotions are designed to feel personal and irresistible, but they're still just sales tactics. Number 8, environmental regulations are changing what you can bring on board. New international maritime environmental laws in 2026 have created a long list of items that are now prohibited or heavily restricted, and security is scanning for them more carefully than ever before. Here's what's new. Single-use plastics, including plastic straws, grocery bags, and certain types of food containers, are now banned on most cruise ships operating in European and Caribbean waters. Some cruise lines have extended this policy globally. Certain sunscreens containing oxybenzone and octinoxate are prohibited in many ports due to coral reef protection laws, and ships are enforcing this even if you're not getting off at those ports. But here's the frustrating part for passengers. Enforcement is inconsistent. One security officer might confiscate a reusable plastic water bottle while another waves it through. The rules vary by cruise line, and what's allowed on one ship might be prohibited on another, even within the same company. The smart move? Check your specific cruise line's prohibited items list before you pack. It's updated regularly and available on their website. Switch to reef-safe, mineral-based sunscreens. They're better for the environment and won't be confiscated. Bring reusable metal or glass water bottles. They're allowed on all cruise lines and can be filled for free at beverage stations. And here's a tip that will save you a headache. Don't try to hide prohibited items in your checked luggage. Advanced scanning technology in 2026 catches them, and you'll be called to the security office to claim your bags, which delays your boarding and starts your cruise on the wrong foot. Number 9, Wi-Fi is finally good but expensive. After years of complaints, cruise ship internet in 2026 is finally fast enough for video calls, streaming, and remote work. But here's the catch. It's going to cost you more than you expect, and the pricing structure is designed to be confusing. Here's what's changed. Most ships now offer Starlink or similar satellite internet, which provides speeds comparable to home broadband. You can video chat with family, stream movies, and even work remotely without the frustrating lag and dropouts of the past. But here's the problem. Cruise lines have introduced tiered pricing that makes it difficult to know what you're actually buying. A basic plan might work for email and web browsing, but won't support video streaming. A premium plan allows streaming but might throttle your speed after a certain amount of data usage. And the unlimited plan, which is the only one that truly works well, can cost $30 to $50 per person per day. Here's how to navigate this without breaking the bank. If you can afford to disconnect, do it. You're on vacation. But if you need to stay connected, buy the largest package available. The per-day cost drops significantly when you purchase for the entire cruise up front. Use airplane mode and only connect to Wi-Fi when you actually need it. Many plans charge by the minute once you're connected, so staying constantly online drains your package fast. Download movies, books, and music before you board. Onboard streaming uses your data allowance quickly. And here's an insider secret. Some cruise lines offer discounted Wi-Fi packages if you purchase them before you sail. Check your cruise line's website or app about 30 days before departure for pre-cruise sales that can save you 20% to 40%. Number 10, loyalty programs have been restructured and devalued. If you're a repeat cruiser who's been climbing the loyalty ladder, 2026 might feel like a slap in the face. Most major cruise lines have restructured their loyalty programs, and longtime members are finding that their hard-earned status doesn't mean what it used to. Here's what's changed. The number of cruises or points required to reach elite tiers has increased on most major lines, sometimes doubling the previous requirement. Perks that were once automatic, like priority boarding, complimentary drinks, or free specialty dining, have been reduced or eliminated entirely. Some cruise lines have switched to points-based systems that favor spending over sailing, meaning a passenger who books a suite once might earn more status than someone who sailed 10 times in inside cabins. But here's the part that feels like a betrayal to loyal cruisers. Lifetime status, which used to be truly lifetime, is now being phased out or replaced with renewable status that requires minimum annual activity to maintain. So what's a loyal cruiser supposed to do? Diversify. Don't put all your loyalty into one cruise line. Explore other lines and build status across multiple brands. Book higher categories when it makes sense. If your line rewards spending over sailing, a balcony or suite might accelerate your status faster than multiple inside cabin cruises. Stay informed. Loyalty programs change constantly, and being aware of updates helps you maximize benefits before they're devalued. And here's a final tip. Join cruise forums and Facebook groups dedicated to your cruise line. Members share status match opportunities, hidden perks, and strategies for maximizing value from loyalty programs that cruise lines don't advertise. And there you have it. 10 things that could completely change your cruise experience in 2026. The industry has evolved, and the passengers who understand these changes are the ones sailing smarter, spending less, and having better vacations. If this video helped you, hit that like button and subscribe to Cruise Smart for more insider tips that will transform the way you cruise. And tell me in the comments, which one of these surprised you the most? Are you planning a cruise in 2026? Let me know where you're headed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the high seas.